This week on TGC News, Ruger gets redemption, POF unveils the Dictator, and Daniel Defense leaves us hanging. Savoir Leather offers the highest quality leather holsters made right here in the USA. With hundreds of different art styles and combinations, you'll be sure to find one you love for just about any gun you own. To get free shipping on your next order, use the code TGC1 at savoirleather.com. Welcome back. My name is Jon Patton, and this week's first story is about a new Daniel Defense rifle chambered in .308. Daniel Defense is best known for putting out top quality AR-15s at pretty reasonable prices, so I'm hoping that the .308 falls in line with that. I mean, their promo videos for the AR-15 showed them being dropped out of helicopters, dragged through the dirt, and even being shot with a 12 gauge. So the new .308 teaser video is bound to be epic, right? Well, it's not. Sans the 1994 arcade game music, the video doesn't really show us anything, but it's a teaser, so that's kind of to be expected. What is slightly unexpected is that they don't have muzzle devices on any of the rifles, and perhaps because of that, the recoil impulse actually looks pretty sharp. I'm sure a good muzzle device will help with that significantly. My favorite highlight of the teaser video is the one guy who looks like he's in pain the entire time he's shooting. It's not really conducive to building hype, guys. Now, one of the more interesting things you may notice is the way the rail system appears to be mounted to the receiver with a 4-bolt direct attachment. That's something to keep on the radar for sure. I've not seen anything like that previously. Anyway, the long and short of it is that a big-time player like Daniel Defense is jumping on the .308 bandwagon, and that very well could mean that we'll see a lot more companies following suit. I gotta say, I'm excited to see what this thing is all about despite the lame promo video, which you can find a link to in the description. So what do you guys think of the new Daniel Defense rifle in .308? Do you care? Leave a comment below and let us know. And in cool product with a bad name news, POF, or Patriot Ordnance Factory, just released a new 9-position adjustable gas block for direct impingement guns called, get this, the Dictator. Initially available in carbine and mid-length setups, the Dictator can be adjusted with a flathead screwdriver, a 3/32 hex wrench, or the included dictation tool. Seriously, these names. Anyway, besides being able to fine-tune your rifle and ammunition setup, one of the most interesting things is that they chose to use a straight gas tube as opposed to the standard kink tube that we're all familiar with. They claim that this reduces heat buildup and therefore increases reliability and the longevity of the system. They haven't published any data to support these claims, but logic dictates that it makes sense. I think the drop in heat and cycling adjustability would have an especially noticeable impact on machine guns. Yeah. The bottom line is that for those of you that want to tinker with your gas system and truly make your rifle run perfectly, this might be your chance. And even though people thought I hated this next company because I didn't like one of their offerings, Ruger is back in the news with their new precision rifle, and this thing has the potential to be outstanding. They start with the action from their American series of rifles, which is nothing spectacular, but then they combine it with their new receiver set and create something special. Let me rattle off a few of the key items here. A straight rearward recoil path, a cold hammer-forged barrel with 5R rifling and a threaded muzzle, an externally adjustable trigger. It will accept both PMags and AI-style mags because of their new multi-magazine interface, something that Ruger has been criticized about plenty of times on their other rifles. It accepts any AR-style grip, handguard, and stock. Although I'm not really sure why you would replace the stock because Ruger's factory option is adjustable for both length of pull and comb height. The standard rail is a Samson Evo with key mod, which doesn't really matter to me, although I would have rather seen an M-lock setup from the factory. Another neat feature is that the tool for adjusting the trigger is kept in the rear of the bolt shroud. Holy crap! So on top of all of that, they nailed it with styling. This thing just looks fantastic. And I suppose the next question on everyone's mind is, what does it cost? The MSRP is $13.99. Yep, cheaper than a high-end AR-15, and you have a badass rifle out of the box. I sure hope this thing's the real deal because this tubby bastard wants one stat. And for this week's Friendly Fire, we have a question from Instagram user Head Honcho Nick, and he asks, what was the first gun you shot, and was it what you expected it to be? This is a great question because now we get to play a little bit of show and tell. The first gun I remember shooting was this. An old Ithaca Model 49 single-shot lever-action rifle. Honestly, I don't really remember my first shots, but I do remember countless days in the backyard plinking at soda cans and hand-drawn targets and stuff like that. I used to have competitions with my older brother to see who was the better eagle eye, just pew. I actually still have this one and the one that was my brother's after all these years. Ironically enough, though, I didn't really get into guns until my early 20s and shot one of these, a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus. This is the first gun I ever bought for myself. Probably not what you expected, huh? My friendly fire question to you guys is, what was the first gun you ever shot? Leave your answer down in the comment section below, and if you want your question answered right here on the show, you can post that over on facebook.com/theguncollective or post it on Instagram and Twitter using #friendlyfire. And now it's time for another Top Guns. You guys love this segment so much, we're going to do it again. This is a segment all about picking our top 3 guns in a specific category, and this week's category for Top Guns is carry guns, aka small guns that conceal well on your person. I wonder who's going to get upset this week. Here we go! The number 3 carry gun on the market right now is the Springfield XDS. The XDS shows up at number 3 on our list because the recoil impulse, although manageable, is a little higher than I'd like, and the trigger, after it was sent back for the recall, while clean, is a little too heavy for my taste. I actually carry an XDS 45 currently. Moving on to number 2 on the list is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm. The Shield is definitely one of the more comfortable carry guns on the market right now, following suit with the bigger M&P guns. And when it came out, it was actually unobtainium because it was so popular. But because of the extended mags pinching my fat hands and the trigger being meh, it doesn't really get the top spot. And now, the number 1 carry gun on the market right now in summer of 2015 is a tie. Hey, stop it. It's my show. I get to decide. The 2 guns in the number 1 spot are the Glock 42 and the Glock 43. I've said it before that the Glock 42 is the best gun Glock has ever made, and after having put some rounds through a 43, I can say that they're both fantastic. Probably because they don't feel like normal Glocks to me. The triggers on these guns are outstanding, and the way they fit the hand is nearly perfect. Now, the reason for the tie is that with the advent of the Lehigh Defense XP ammo in the 42, it becomes a real-world contender, and the 9mm, with all the 9mm ammo offerings, is ridiculous. It's amazing. Basically, the only deciding factor here is recoil impulse, and I personally think the 42 takes it by a hair, although the 43 is still very good to shoot. So, that's it, boys and girls. That is this week's Top Guns. Leave a comment below with your favorites, and I'm going to count how many people yell at me this week. Now, there's something else I need to say. Last week, we lost good men. Now, a total of 5 good men on American soil at the hands of a coward. This was an act of terrorism right here in the U.S. I'm not going to say the coward's name or post a picture of his face because he would have loved that. Instead, I want you all to send love, prayers, thoughts, whatever you believe in, to the folks in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Want to see what your ammo is capable of? Check out the variety of high-quality gel products from Dr. Coat. From FBI spec blocks to fun targets like the RD and Bago Man. All Dr. Coat products are ready to shoot the moment they arrive, so click the link below or head over to drcoat.com to get yours. So that is it for this week's TGC News. Guys, if you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and share it with your friends. If you thought it sucked, let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't yet, you need to get subscribed so you can check out the show every single week. And as always, guys, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. Hey, you, did you get subscribed yet? You can do that right here. Just click on it. Subscribe. Right now, subscribe. If you want to watch something else, check out last week's show or the one right before that. Right there. And if you're on mobile, hit the links in the description. Subscribe and then go to the description. Do it now.